New data from UNLV researchers shows the senior food insecurity rate in Clark County is 18%. This data comes from how seniors answer questions about how worried they are about running out of food and whether they're consuming balanced meals. Fox 5 sat down with UNLV Associate Professor Ian McDonough, who says that he believes this data from Clark County is much higher than the national average.
When you actually talk to the households, as opposed to trying to use national data to impute down, you see that the problem is actually much worse than I think what people think. These are our neighbors, right? And to think that in the U.S. we have households that are chronically food insecure is just in my mind seemingly unacceptable.
And 3 Square CEO Lisa Siegler says that they have several programs targeted for seniors. Their Golden Grocery program gives seniors fresh produce and lean protein once a month. They also offer home delivery for seniors who can't leave their homes and free rides for those without transportation. Siegler says that seniors can also get a free hot meal at several library locations in Clark County 5 days a week. You can find more information about participating locations under this web story at fox5vegas.com.